Hi folks, I'm back. This time I have something very interesting to show you. It's with my work with a Stubblefield motor, and of course I'm going to run it off the earth cells, but I want you to look at this waveform because what you're looking at is the motor running off an iron coil. It's wound with fluoro wire, and I'll let you look at that. You can see it, it's really going. Of course the adjustment then now is different, and you can adjust it right here. Of course the voltage input, it has to be different too for the same amount of milliamps. So now we're up at like 4 volts, and we're running with an iron coil. So, and you can see there's no core in that coil, it's just the iron wire now. And the reason that I made this was so that I could put any type of coil I want to test in here, including the self-running Stubblefield coil, which these are miniature, they're about the size of a quarter. Of course then the same thing applies with the reed out here, and this angle from here to the reed is 60 degrees. That's where your timing is. Now the other strange thing is that the iron coil, normally on the coil, to get a north pole at the top, you would come in on the bottom wire with the positive, and the negative would come off the top wire. But with an iron coil, it's totally backwards for some strange reason. I went over this and over this and over this, and finally figured out it's because it's an iron coil and it's not a copper coil. So there's a big difference between the two coils and what the waveforms look like. This scope, unfortunately, this little Seed Nano, or Seed Studio, which is a nanoscope, is not quite fast enough to pick it up. But you can see it, it's a totally different waveform when it gets captured by the camera. Unfortunately, the glare of the lights make it like a little impossible. So that's about the best I can do with it. Once again, now the diode for recovery goes backwards because we're on the wrong side of the coil. So that means now that this is the negative terminal of this battery, and the positive goes back to the negative for recovery. But it runs just fine with an iron coil, just very strange. I'm going to have to put it on a much better scope to see it. Once again, it's the same rotor. Nothing's changed here, and you can see that we can play around a little bit with the timing here by moving this up or down, or we can go backwards and forwards depending on what coil we want to use here to test. But anyway, there it is, and once again I'll try to get some of these waveforms in there. And so this is a real iron coil, and it can be done, and the motor does run. It's kind of interesting to see the reaction of the motor. It looks like it's stopped here, but it's actually really going, because if I stop it, you can see it looks like it's going backwards with these lights, but it's got a different effect. It's something to be investigated. So thanks for watching. Be back with some more.